So, it's been a little while since I've done a video. I went home for a facial, shout out to Nola at Cocoa Beauty and Dairy, and ever since my skin has just been probably, I would say, the best it's ever been. I always have a bit of pigmentation here, so let's not think about that, but I haven't had any spots. It's been really smooth, it's been radiant. I've got so many compliments on my skin, and for the first time ever, I haven't felt the need to wear full coverage. I've literally gone for just a little bit of concealer and the lightest of sheer foundations, and I'm like, who is she? What is this? One thing I have, and this is just a disclaimer, the no makeup look isn't fast and easy. I know it's shattering to know this, but it's really not. It actually takes probably longer than it would to do a full face of makeup, because at least when you're doing full coverage, it's just like done. So all I've done with my face this morning is cleanse and moisturize, so I've nothing on it. I'm gonna start off, which I use all the time, is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm gonna put that on my whole face. And this is just, it's effectively like a moisturizer, but I find that because it's so hydrating, it actually keeps your makeup on really well. Now, obviously, because I do have a little bit of redness, I'm going to put on some colour correction. So again, I've used this before. This is the Kick-Ass Soap and Glory Green Stick. So put that as in where I need it. I'm going to go in with my concealer. I look a bit frightening. Obviously, if you have clearer skin than me, lucky bitch, then you won't need to spend as long on your concealer. I unfortunately have a bit of redness that needs some attention. So what I'm using here, which I haven't used in a while, I ran out of concealer and it was here, so I thought I used it. So these are the HD Brow Pro Fix Concealers. These were gifted, and I found them actually underneath the eye to be a little bit too matte and a little bit kind of too heavy for me, so I'm using these kind of on my areas. So this is the colour Nude, and I'm using a little just like buffing brush. Now this does take a little bit of time, so bear with me, because you really need to just be patient and buff the concealer into the skin so that it's not cakey. I say this all the time when it comes to like buffing, so take your time with it and cover all the areas that need attention. So, as you can see, this is all done. Now, for anyone who might be saying, oh, you just put concealer all over your face, I didn't. As you can see, I only put it kind of around here. You can still see green, you can still see my own skin. I haven't touched my forehead, I haven't touched anything. But what I did was use the lightest amount and just like buffed it kind of in. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is use, which is really nice, because again, when you're wearing no makeup, you want your skin to look radiant, you want it to look glowy, you want it to look like a goddess. So this is the Hylamide Photography Foundation. I posted this on my grid a couple of days ago. Like I said, I think calling it a foundation is a bit of a stretch. It's basically just highlight, basically. It's a nice little sheen. It evens out your skin tone. So I'm going to put that on the high points of my cheeks, and as you can see, it really does kind of like add a little bit of a color correction as well, kind of smooths out everything, but it doesn't cover anything as the word foundation would suggest. Okay, and as you can see, that has really smoothed out everything kind of up here. So we've smoothed out up here, we've smoothed up down here. I don't like to put shimmery things near kind of like my chin and where I would be prone to breakouts, because it kind of just adds an unnecessary amount of attraction and attention to areas that I've tried to cover up, so that would really defeat the purpose. So we're not going to do that. I'm just going to pop on some mascara quickly, but I'm not going to show that because it's boring. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is do underneath my eye. So I know I said that I didn't like the Pro Fix concealer, but I have run out of my Shape Tape, and my dad is in New York and is going to get me some. But I also am a big believer of not just abandoning products that don't really work for you. I sometimes think that you can taper them to suit you. So I found a good little balance that if I use a dot of the Pro Fix concealer, because I find it too matte, I then use a dot of the Touche Eclat YSL highlight radiant touch foundation, whatever it is, and then I get the kind of consistency that I like. So I'm using the color Fair in the Pro Fix concealer. I just use one dot of that. That is literally the amount that I'm using, and then I just go through with a little pump. Oh no, I got some on my trousers. Damn it, I just washed these. Dangers of doing your makeup. I should probably put a towel down, this is really annoying. And then a bit of pump of the Touche Eclat. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. And what I also do is go over my eyes, because I have like quite a lot of like little veins and stuff on my eyes, and I'm not planning on wearing what do you call that stuff? Eyeshadow. So I want to smooth that out. Usually I would put my foundation on there too, so and just put that across the nose too. Maybe up there if you want. Okay. So I've just filled that out. It's not much, it's just a little teasing. Okay. And that's that. And now what I'm gonna do is, obviously I still just kind of need to like, I think like smooth everything out. So some people might just use this enough. Some people might want to put on just a little bit of powder. I tried putting on powder earlier on in the week, and I just thought that I really wanted that kind of like ultra glowy look, and whilst the powder gave me a nice kind of like full coverage without the weight, it just wasn't the kind of look I was going for. So instead I'm going to go for the tiniest little pump of foundation. So this is the Double Wear Water Fresh Makeup. Now I know everyone will say, oh my god, you're putting double wear on your face for no makeup look, but this is actually really sheer. It's water based. You actually have to really shake it before you use it because it actually separates. And it's got very, very, very light coverage. So I'm using, and it comes out really fast, so I'm using the tiniest little bit. Ooh, okay. So I'm literally using that much. Ooh, it's gonna run down my hand. So, and we're just going to smooth everything out. And then any like greenness that I didn't get covered with, maybe that was a little bit too light because this stuff comes pouring out. Okay. So again, didn't use a lot at all. So again, this will kind of just mask like the green. And we didn't really touch my forehead, so now try and like not really go over like where you put your under eye concealer, because we just covered that up, and we usually use a lighter shade under there to kind of brighten, so it really would like defeat the purpose. So let's not do that. And yeah, as you can see, that's it. Now I know you might think like, oh, so far you've already put on a lot of product for a no makeup look, but I've used a very tiny amount of everything, and unfortunately, unless you have supermodel, beautiful bronze, clear skin, like the average person is going to have a red mark, they're going to have the tiniest blemish, doesn't mean you can't go for that type of look. It just means that unfortunately you have to spend a little bit longer. It's a fact of life. So here we are. Now what we're going to do is, I still like a bit of like warmth, a bit of like contour, a little bit of something. I also think my face is maybe, is it too light? So I'm going to take what I've been loving lately, the Fenty, got it for my birthday, thought it. Fenty Shady Biz. If I could open it, it would be really helpful. It's so pretty! So I'm just gonna warm up a little bit. Make me bronze, make me glowy. I have to say, I'm absolutely buzzing off this bronzer. It's like so good. It's just the definition of warmth. It's like a cup of tea. Okay. Okay. Now, in order to kind of contour, because we know I love to contour, we're going to also use the Fenty, what is this? Fenty Match Stick Shimmer Stick in Cinnamon. Look at it, isn't it so pretty? So again, as I kind of would a contour, now this is sheer, it's just shimmer. Again, it's not coverage. And again, maybe people don't like a contour, maybe you just want like an all over look. That's totally fine, each to their own. But I do. So, and it's shimmery and I want to look like a mermaid. So, a beautiful Fenty Rihanna mermaid. And like it's sheer, it's literally just adding like the tiniest like subtle bit of warmth to my face. I'm gonna go over again with a little bit more bronzer. Because I always think when I want to be no makeup look, I also want to look like I've been on holiday. Even though I haven't, even though Edinburgh is freezing. Okay, so that just adds a little bit more like depth to my face. So now we're going to go in with some blusher. Some people don't like blusher. Again, that's okay, each to their own. Okay, so this again got for my birthday. I was very, very spoiled. I got the Urban Decay Sin Blush and Highlight Palette. My auntie Cindy got me this. Thank you, Cindy. And look how pretty it is. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go in with a touch of Paranoid. You can't see this. A touch of Paranoid. Yeah. Like, that's all I did. That's it. Okay. And again, kind of warm up the skin. Then I'm going to go in with PSA. Because it's ultra shimmery. And I kind of want to go for like I said, warmth as opposed to like blush. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of mix of Score and Spotlight. I will literally wear about 175 blushers. I love to mix my blush. Oh, I'm so glowy. Now for the final stage, get some highlight. This is the Kiko Radiant Touch. I use it all the time. And I'm gonna go in on the tops of my cheeks. Tops of my cheeks. And again, I like this because it's like a cream, so it kind of just like, it looks like skin as opposed to like layering up powder. And what you can do is just put some in here. If you can't be bothered, put some up here. Put some here. Put it wherever you want. Go crazy. And again, going in with the Urban Decay, I'm going to take the highlight in here, which is called Sin. And lightly does it. Light as a feather. Amazeballs. And I'm just going to finish off with some spray. This is just the Urban Decay because I do have oily skin, so let's not pretend. So I'm going to use the All Nighter spray just to finish me off. And some lipstick. And that's us. Look at me glow. Oh my god, I'm not wearing any makeup. What? So yeah, this is, I mean, realistically, this is as natural as you're gonna get me. And it's not a reason of like, I hate my skin, I can't afford to wear makeup. I'm just really bloody pale. And I don't like to be pale, okay? So, and my face tanner never stays on that long. And like, I'm pretty tan at the minute. So this is how I am. So yeah, so that's, I'd say those would be the key takeaways is like color correct, use concealer because everybody needs it, even out your skin tone a bit, whack on a bit of highlight, whack on a bit of blush, and you are ready to go, girl. Bye.